And a major controversy has now started after CDS's comments when he called India's 1962 war strategy a blunder. He had said, remember, that Air Force deployment could have slowed down China's advance. He then went on to add that air power wasn't used then due to fears of escalation, contrasting the situation in 1962 with today's 2025 scenario. Congress has now reacted to this and linked the remark to extension that has been given to the CDS while questioning the timing.
कुछ चीजें मैंने स्पॉन्सर्ड होते हैं और हमें क्या अच्छा लगा, ये बातें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। और मैं इसलिए मैंने टाइमिंग की बातें कही, एक्सटेंशन की बातें कहे, नेहरू जी के क्रिटिसिज्म की बातें कहे, तो आप इससे आप समझ सकते हैं कि चीजें कहां से किनके द्वारा प्रायोजित हो रही हैं।
Rishabh joins us for more on this story. Rishabh, an extension to the CDS, what are these dots that the Congress MP wants us to join? Because frankly, one doesn't really see any clear connection between the CDS stating a fact and Congress trying to somehow seek a conspiracy in it.
Well, Priya, if we talk about the extension, CDS has just received an extension till next year, only yesterday by the appointments committee, and now Congress is joining the dots from this extension to the statement that the CDS have given in Lieutenant General Tharoat's book launch, where he talked about Lieutenant General Tharoat and his vision about 1962 war and how and what happened in 1962. CDS did say that the usage of Air Force could have slowed the aggression of Chinese in 1962, but fearing the escalation, India did not use it, while Lieutenant General Tharoat was in favor of using the Air Force to slow down the movement of Chinese troops. It remains to be seen how this unfolds, but definitely CDS comments have rigged up the issue. Spokespersons from both the sides have started training guns on each other, and in all of this.
And this won't be the first time that the Congress party has tried to raise doubts over men in uniform, what they say and what they do, as well as their connections with the government. Let's once again listen into Sukhdev Bhagat.
कुछ चीजें मैंने स्पॉन्सर्ड होते हैं और हमें क्या अच्छा लगा, ये बातें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। और मैं इसलिए मैंने टाइमिंग की बातें कही, एक्सटेंशन की बातें कहे, नेहरू जी के क्रिटिसिज्म की बातें कहे, तो आप इससे आप समझ सकते हैं कि चीजें कहां से किनके द्वारा प्रायोजित हो रही हैं।
Tom Vadakan of the BJP is joining us on the broadcast. Sir, the allegation is that the extension given to CDS is sponsored. Prayojit is the word that Congress MP is using. Your thoughts?
Well, this is the standard operating procedure of the Congress party, essentially because they speak against the armed forces, and this has become a habit. They ask for evidences. Now they're talking about sponsorship. This is rubbish. Such an activity has been activated in a party which says that they have been part of the president. So the reality is, everybody knows, it's documented, that a major failure by Pandit Nehru at that juncture. So this is not a sponsored issue. This is typically what happened that time. So let's not forget it, that we have suffered during that period, and I think this is not the time to do all this kind of politics, because you can't blame the armed forces and you can't make it a habit to do so.
Also, Mr. Vadakan, do you find it interesting that the Congress really doesn't address the actual question that has been raised by CDS there, that back in 1962, the same party that today accuses the Congress of tying the hands of the forces, forcing a ceasefire on them when they had a clear advantage, was actually the one, and the admission comes from a man in uniform himself and holding a very, very responsible post, that back in 1962, they were the ones who took a step back when it came to giving a free hand to the forces.
The fact of the matter is, they won't address the issue at this juncture because they know that's the reality. So diversionary tactics will be adopted, and they weaponize this whole business of the armed forces to ensure that they grab attention. This is a reality that the Congress party has been practicing for quite some time, and I believe that it doesn't deserve any attention.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Vadakan, for joining us. But what exactly is it that now Congress seems to be rattled by? Listen in to CDS Chauhan.
They would have have had significant advantage during the 62 conflict, shorter turnaround times, a favorable geography, and the ability to bring maximum payloads to bear with maximum all-up weight on the enemy. Use of air power could have slowed the Chinese offensive considerably, if not stymied it completely. This would have given Army much more time to prepare. In those days, I think use of Air Force was considered escalatory. This is, I think, no longer true, and Op Sindoor is an apt example of this.
Pradeep Bhandari of the BJP is also joining us on the broadcast. Pradeep, your first reaction to Sukhdev Bhagat of the Congress, an MP no less, saying that prayojit hai CDS ka extension, and therefore one can very well understand why CDS is making comments like he is, basically referring to 1962.
Well, I'm not surprised because the Congress party in the past has called the army chief as Sadatya Gunda. So the Congress is an anti-national party and it cannot digest the fact that any military veteran or a serving army chief, if he speaks truth, the Congress party will have a problem. By doing this, the Congress has attacked the Indian army. The reality is that Jawaharlal Nehru's idealism was responsible for the 1962 blunder. Then Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army, even PM Karyappa, had warned Nehru about the threat, but Nehru refused to listen. And it is just not the CDS, multiple serving, whether it is the Air Marshal and various other army professionals have said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave a free hand in Operation Sindoor. Speaking truth is what all of them have done. Unfortunately, the Congress party cannot believe in anything which is patriotic and nationalistic. This is why they will see politics in it. Rather than apologizing for 1962, the Congress is attacking the CDS. This tells you about their anti-national instinct.
Anything that is inconvenient seems to be dismissed as sponsored by the BJP, even if the statement is coming from a man who is in a very, very responsible position, who is the Chief of Defence Staff with absolutely impeccable integrity. But we have got a BJP reacting to these developments very staunchly. Listen into Shahzad Poonawala.
कांग्रेस पार्टी का इतिहास हमेशा ब्लंडर और सरेंडर का रहा है और ये ब्लंडर और सरेंडर हमने 1948 से ही देखना शुरू किया है, जब नेहरू जी ने सबसे पहले कश्मीर को इंटरनेशनलाइज कराया। वहां पर उनका ब्लंडर तो आज तक हम भुगत रहे हैं। 1960s में किस प्रकार से नेहरू जी के ब्लंडर के चलते हमने ब्लाइंड फेथ से ट्रस्ट कर दिया और फिर 1962 का युद्ध हुआ। पर 1962 के युद्ध में अब जो खुलासा हुआ है कि हमने अपनी एयरफोर्स का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया, जबकि भारत के पास सुपीरियर एयरफोर्स थी और उस समय पर न भारत न चीन दोनों में से कोई भी न्यूक्लियर पावर